Okay, so have you ever been on an airplane and you experienced turbulence? It's like the scariest thing in the history of the world. So one time I was actually flying to Chicago. We were going from Chicago into Toronto, and it was during a thunderstorm. So we're flying in, and I was flying from the West Coast. So it was like the Reno, Tahoe, San Francisco area, which is a little bit brutal to fly out of. So we're taking off, we fly, it's pretty smooth sailing until we get near the Chicago area, and then you hear on the loudspeaker that pilot who goes, "Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to experience some extreme turbulence. We're going to ask that everybody sit down." And at that moment, I knew it was going to be kind of rough, because even the captain sounded a little shaky. But we get surrounding Chicago, and we're flying through, and all of a sudden the plane goes woof, and like flies over. It felt like we literally almost did a half barrel roll and then flop back over. Then the plane gets hit again and goes woof and flies the other way. And then all of a sudden we're just like boom, 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 bouncing back and forth. We're just literally like a ping pong ball. The plane just like this. I thought we were going to do like 360-degree spins and like a loop-de-loop and go upside down. It felt like we were in a stunt show, because we were basically flying, but we were also bouncing from side to side, plopping up and down. The plane was like shaking like this. I was like, okay, well, this might be it. This is where we're gonna have a plane crash, and it's never, and this is the end of the world. This is the end of my world. So as I'm going through it, I'm thinking to myself, man, this sucks. This is scary. It's not fun. I'm not having a good experience in here. You can't have a drink because it just spills all over the floor. People are falling over. People are yelling. They're going, ah, when things happen. And so I kind of thought about that in relation to business, though, because often business is turbulent, just like that flight. Sometimes it's smooth sailing. Sometimes we're just going. We're moving along, we're trucking along, things are good. And then all of a sudden, we hit a little turbulence. And that's like maybe hitting your first 10K a month, and all of a sudden it pulls you back. And you don't know what to do. You're stuck. You're a little bit afraid. You don't know if you can keep doing this. You don't know if this is the best thing for you, because you've never been in this position to where you've just been stuck and you've been hit so hard. You don't know how to get back on your feet. You don't know how to get your bearings back together. And I think one of the biggest things that really makes us successful in this game is building that tenacity and that grit to be able to say, okay, well, I got hit with the turbulence. I'm in the plane, we're bouncing all over the place, but I'm gonna pull myself back in. I'm going to analyze the situation. I'm going to figure out what I can do, what I can't do, what I can control, what I can't control. And I'm going to make a plan of action to make myself better. I'm going to make a plan of action to put us in a place where we remove ourselves from this turbulence and we're able to go smooth sailing again. Because just like on that plane, yeah, it was turbulent in the beginning, it was scary, and I didn't like it, I didn't want to be on there, but eventually, well, we landed. I got off, kissed the ground that I walked on, and life was good again. But guess what? Down the road, there was another plane. There was more turbulence, just like business. I've been in positions to where we built and scaled and we were doing well. We get rocked with turbulence and pulled right out of it. And then we're building and scaling, doing well, get rocked with turbulence, pulled right out of it. But we always seem to bounce back. And in business and in our journey, the thing that's going to get you to the place where you can scale to the 50, 100K months, to the $1 million payday, is when you're able to bounce back. That's ultimately the most important skill set that we can build and learn and grow into in our businesses, is the ability to actually look at something that seems like pure chaos and make something out of it. And that's what leadership is. That's true leadership. To be able to take a chaotic environment, to be able to take an environment to where other people are screaming and running in circles and panicking and don't know what to do, and to be able to create some modicum of normalcy out of that, and then display that to others and create something out of it, that's entrepreneurship. That is the game. And so the sooner you can learn to embrace that game, and the sooner you can learn to say, okay, that's fun, that's exciting, that's what I got into this game for, to be part of that modicum of chaos, to be able to take chaos and turn it into normalcy, and to be able to help other people recognize that it's not that bad, that we can actually do it, that we can push, that we can scale, that we can grow, and that a little bit of chaos is sometimes the best strategy or the best ingredient to be able to put us in a place where we can actually win. Because when you have that chaos on your back, boy, does it light your fire to be able to move out of that chaos. And if you can be the catalyst to being able to do that, that's what's going to create the consistency. That's what's going to create the normalcy for you. That's what's going to create the ability to scale even when the times are tough. And that's exactly what we need to grow. And that's exactly why sales, experience in sales makes us good at business, because it puts us in a place where we can talk and work through what's going on. We can create, we can analyze, we can adjust, we can take something that's chaos in the moment and turn it into normalcy and talk our way through it and talk our way around it, and ultimately create the ability to take something that doesn't seem like it's the best situation and turn it into something that's gold.